From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June the 17th, 2025. We open, of course, with the situation in Israel as missile barrages from Iran continue last night and into today, sending residents throughout the night last night to safe rooms and bomb shelters, and today and into tonight as well. Most of the missiles were intercepted by the IDF today, but a few slipped through, making impact in central Israel, including the city of Herzliya, where earlier today some 5 people were lightly hurt when a missile hit a bus parking lot. Drones were also fired at Israel from Iran. They were intercepted by Israel's Navy. The IDF continues its operation against Iran's military and nuclear sites, including today, it said, hitting surface-to-surface missile storage sites, launch infrastructure, and surface-to-air missile launchers, as well as UAV storage sites. The IDF also wrote that for the second time in 5 days, the IDF has eliminated Iran's wartime chief of staff, the regime's top military commander, killed in an Israeli Air Force strike in central Tehran following precise intelligence. 2 Israeli soldiers were killed in separate incidents fighting in Gaza yesterday. 28-year-old captain in reserve Tal Movshovitz was killed by an explosive device that was planted in a building. And 20-year-old Staff Sergeant Naveh Leshem was killed when a terrorist placed an explosive device on the outside of the armored personnel carrier that he was in. 10 other soldiers were wounded in the attack. Well, with the airspace over Israel closed, many have been left looking for a way home. Israelis who are abroad trying to get back to Israel, and visitors in Israel looking to get back to their home countries, including over 2,000 young people taking part in Birthright programs. Well, Birthright said today that in a remarkable and unprecedented emergency operation, it successfully evacuated approximately 1,500 program participants aboard an Israeli cruise ship from the port of Ashdod to Larnaca, Cyprus. A 13-hour voyage, it wrote, under the close protection of the Israeli Navy, which escorted the vessel across the Mediterranean. Birthright said the participants will be flown home from Cyprus. CEO Gidi Mark saying, today we witnessed the true spirit of Birthright Israel, not only as an educational journey, but as a global family committed to the safety and well-being of every participant. Mark said this was a complex and emotional operation carried out under immense pressure, and we are proud to have brought 1,500 young adults safely to Cyprus. He said our teams continue to work around the clock to secure solutions for the remaining participants still in Israel. And in light of the current situation, the Maccabiah Games, the international Jewish sporting event held every 4 years that was supposed to kick off on July the 8th in Jerusalem, will be postponed until next year. Maccabi World Union wrote, we will return to Israel in 2026, stronger, united, and proud to showcase our Jewish pride. And in alignment with that decision, the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame said they will be postponing their induction ceremony, originally scheduled for July the 8th in Israel as well, to the summer of next year. Writing, we look forward to celebrating our newest class of honorees alongside our global community, stronger, prouder, and more united than ever. Adding, as always, we stand with Israel and all innocent civilians impacted by ongoing conflict. We continue to pray for peace, healing, and the safe return of all hostages. The 53 hostages who remain held captive by terror group Hamas in Gaza have now been held for 620 days. Well, police in Brookline, Massachusetts are investigating after a kosher grocery store was targeted this past weekend. Police Chief Jennifer Pastor said she was outraged to report the disturbing act of hate and anti-Semitic vandalism, saying a brick was thrown through the window of the butchery, a beloved kosher grocery store, and written in large red letters across the face of the brick were the words "Free Palestine." Pastor said this was a targeted, hateful message meant to intimidate a Jewish-owned business and our broader Jewish community. Let me be clear, there is no room for anti-Semitism, hate, or political violence here in Brookline. The Brookline Police Department is investigating the incident as a hate crime. The butchery wrote of the incident, "Let us be clear, this was not a statement of protest. It was an attack on the Jewish community. We are disturbed and we are saddened, but we are not shaken. We will not be silenced or intimidated." Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, June the 17th. At 7 o'clock, David Harris responds to the current situation with Israel and Iran. At 7:15, Dr. Ilana Horwitz, Assistant Professor of Jewish Studies and Sociology at Tulane, examines how religion can complement education. At 8, Justin Pine speaks with Rabbi Herzl Hefter about free will, inner truth, and spiritual authenticity. At 9, it's Brad Hirschfield on L'chaim. At 10, it's Good Week Israel. At 10:30, an encore of the news. And coming up next, it's the ILTV's Insider. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June the 17th, 2025. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.